Hi everybody, my name is Taylor and today I'm going to be teaching you how to do a plank with shoulder taps. So what we're going to do is we're going to first get into the plank position, and from here in the position we're going to tap each shoulder. That's one. That's two. So there's lots of different things that are incorporated in for this moment. So this movement helps with core stability, hip stability, shoulder stability. We're focusing on not rotating our hips. We're focusing on keeping our core engaged, our spine engaged, our glutes tight and sealed. And we're going to focus on staying in a tight and inline body position. So what we're going to do to perform the skill is we're going to go into our set position. We're going to go down. Our feet are going to be about shoulder width apart, a little bit wider to help with stability. Our hands are going to be out in front of us. They're going to be right about, if this was our chin, but out in front. And while we're in this position, we're going to start and squeeze and engage our core, our glutes, and our shoulders. And when we're out, we're going to bring one hand into our shoulder, bring back, and bring the other one hand to our shoulder. We're going to focus on not twisting our trunk, squeezing and keeping engaged, really focusing on not rotating our whole body, and performing the skill. I'm going to do both the front view and the side view. So right here you can see that my arms, my shoulders are over my hands in line. They're right about under my cheek, and I'm going to step out. My feet are going to be about shoulder width apart. We're going to make sure we're not up or low. We're going to be in line, and from here we're going to squeeze, engage everything, tap, 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 tap. You can perform these for however many reps is instructed by your instructor. Now from the side view, we're going to make sure right over, out in front. Make sure your body is in line, and then we're gonna tap, tap, tap. Okay guys, so now I have Caitlin here with me. She's gonna help demonstrate our plank with shoulder taps as an athlete. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna have Caitlin get down in a plank position. So what she's gonna do right here is she's gonna have her shoulders about shoulder width apart from her hands right under her chin. Her feet are gonna be about shoulder width apart. If she needs a little more stability, she can go in or down a little so we can see right here. So right now, her hands are right under her chin. Her hands are placed shoulder width apart. As you can see, her feet are about shoulder width apart as well. So what she's gonna do is she's gonna keep her spine neutral. She's gonna keep her core engaged, and her glutes and her shoulders are gonna be squeezing so that she's minimizing her trunk rotation. So what she's gonna do is she's gonna lift this right arm to her left shoulder, place it down, and do the same with the left arm going to the right shoulder. She's gonna focus on squeezing and keeping her whole body engaged and minimizing the amount of rotation she has in her body. You can go ahead and perform. So what she's doing is she's lifting her hips a little bit, which just shows the core strength is just a little bit lower than we want it to be. So if she can perform right now, one more. Just rotating. Otherwise, the back is in line, the shoulders are in line, everything is good. We just have that trunk rotation that just shows that we need to focus on core strength and shoulder strength before we perform more. Hi everybody, my name is Taylor, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to do a single foot dead leg with high ankles. This movement is incorporated in lots of different sports and exercises, and one of the main ones you might know it from is track and track running athletes who might need to work on their form and their sprinting and long distance running. This skill has lots of different movements, lots of different body postures that need to be engaged. So I'm just going to start here and let you know how to do it. Like I said, there is progression. So one progression you can do is the walk. So what you're going to do is make sure you're upright and all your body points are in line and engaged. So from here, like I said, make sure you're swinging with shoulders inside, not with elbows in front of you. So we're going to make sure we're ready. And one thing you can do is the walks. So what we're going to do is you're going to step. Your foot is going to be more flat than it is on toes or heels, like right on the balls. And you're going to jump forward. You're going to try to keep stiff legs. You don't want super bending or super straight. And you're going to pop and pop and pop and pop. Okay, so what I'm going to do again is walking. You're going to upright, opposite leg, opposite leg, opposite leg, opposite leg. From here, you can add more pep in your step once you feel comfortable, once your coach tells you your form is correct, and once you feel ready, you know what you're doing. So from here, you're going to bring your high ankles up. Oops, okay, let me redo that. You're going to make sure you want to bring your ankles up when you're performing this movement, as this is a high ankle single dead foot exercise. Make sure your arms are opposite of your foot being placed. And shoulders back, core engaged, rolled, tight glutes, neutral spine. Back here, and I have my athlete Caitlin, and right now I'm going to demonstrate from an athlete's point of view our single dead foot leg with high ankles exercise. So like I mentioned, this is more for track athletes or runners who are focusing on form and power. So what we're going to have her do is we're going to have her do the single foot dead leg high ankles. So what we're going to do, we're going to come back here. We're going to focus on keeping an upright posture, core engaged, neutral spine with our shoulders rolled back. And from here, when we perform our exercises, we're going to want our ankle or our knees coming up a little bit less than 90 degrees. And we're going to have opposite arm to opposite leg. And when we place, we switch, place, switch, place, switch, place. So focusing on this is you're going to want fast feet on this, quick toes. You're going to be landing on the ball of your feet rather than the toes and the heels. And you're going to want to focus on your arms swinging tight towards your body and using your shoulders, not your elbows, rather than using your elbows and swinging in front of you, as that will take away from. Okay, now I'm going to move up here so you can see it from the front view. Caitlin's going to keep her core engaged. She's going to have her shoulders rolled back, and she's going to make sure she's swinging tight to her body using her shoulders rather than in front with her elbows, and she can perform the skill. So she's going to focus on landing on the balls of her feet rather than the toes and the heels, and she's going to make sure she's bringing her knee up and placing it down. We want to get as many steps with as little distance. So really focusing on placing your heel like right in front of your toe and then switching it. She's going to perform this exercise now. Perform that exercise, a couple things I noticed is she's wanting to have quicker feet. She had good momentum, but it wasn't as quick as we're wanting to. So we can start with progressions and we can lead her up. Another thing I noticed is her feet were brought up, but we're really looking for a higher ankle when we're doing this rather than the slight bend that she had. Other than that, she had her shoulders engaged, she had her core engaged, she had a neutral spine. She didn't have trunk rotation, she kept straight and in line, and her triple extension was video of Caitlin. There was a couple things that I noticed. So Caitlin is not a track runner. She is helping me out right now at demonstrating. She's a great athlete, but the couple things that we can work on is she was really focusing on landing on her toes rather than flat-footed on the balls of her feet. So that's going to make it more of a high knees exercise rather than the exercise we're aiming for. Another thing she was doing is she was swinging with her elbows rather than with her shoulder mobility. She didn't cross in front of her, which is good, and she stayed close, but it was using just the forearms and the elbow smooth rather than the full mobility. All right, now I'm going to move the camera and we're going to see the side view of athlete Caitlin performing this exercise. She did keep her shoulders upright and rolled back. She kept her core engaged and her glutes tight, so that was great of her. She did have good speed that we were looking for. It was just those simple little things. And one other thing I think is important to make sure that we have the knee up where we want it to be rather than right here where she had it. Overall, Caitlin did a great job. Thank you for helping me. Guys, that's the end of my video. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you learned some skills that you can take to your teams or as a coach or as an athlete. Thanks for watching.